Dark and Darker is a complex game with many working mechanics, classes, perks, skills to combine to make deadly and hard-to-beat combos. But see, there's one weapon that sets itself apart from all the others. The Longsword. See, because this weapon has a special mechanic where you can parry incoming attacks and riposte them, dealing twice as much damage, twice as fast. So that means there's only one thing left to do. Host a Longsword tournament for 60,000 gold.
Second win, Phil build is going to duck the early damage and go in aggressive. Lake damage coming out, but the parry block. Generic isn't going to use his victory strike and his aggressive second wind and looking to play for the hill. The parry on Nexon and have a good night. Frosty playing a little bit defensive is going to take the headshot aggressively. Claw trying to get that early poke damage isn't going to get the damage to land. Hitting the parry, the riposte on the... So what are we doing? So we're doing a Longsword tournament. Exclamation point rules to read up. The first two people are going to be Sebi Cyborg and Dom Zen. I thought it was mind games, but it was just a humble bow. Grayson, taking early aggression, isn't going to get the poke to land. Looking for a limb or leg shot. Second win, Phil build is going to duck the early damage and go in aggressively. The parry is going to land, hitting the riposte, and good night! Phil Bill baited the parry and the riposte on that one. Quick to hit the riposte on the rebound, and one shot to the head after getting that victory strike poke early. Going in is going to slaughter the opponent.
Good luck.
All right. Neither player taking any time to get in nice and close. Victory strike proc from both players. Playing off that cooldown, Generic does catch the parry. Both are going to trade damage. A headshot on both sides. Looks like the second wind proc is going to have to go out from both players. Another shot, leg damage coming out, but the parry block. Generic isn't able to get the riposte on that one. Looking to just go in aggressively. Generic is going to hit the 1-2 and have a good night, Phony.
GG's.
Playing the passive game, Rogress is going to use his victory strike and his aggressive second wind. Looking for the parry, is going to hit the 1-2-3 and Guest doing a 180 to negate the riposte. Is going to hit the rebound headshot, and Real Guest is going to hit the upset on Ogie in round one. GG to Guest. Nexon's going to take the opening tempo with the victory strike. Rez popping the second win, looking to play for the hill. The parry on Nexon and have a good night. Lizard one tap. That parry was golden. Nexon reached around on that one. That poke can be so easy to parry sometimes, especially when they're aiming for your head. A little bit of a tilt back. Nexon caught it rather and reached around for the headshot. Great one tap from Nexon. Wow. Okay, Wixies. It's going to be you versus Shield Bong. Wigsy's not wasting any time on the victory strike. Longsword as well. Wixie is going to poke down on Longsword. The initial damage trade. Wixie's coming off that riposte from Longsword, hitting both ripostes. The parry was golden, and he connected both ripostes there to clean up the kill. One wasn't quite enough, but he reached around on the second and was able to finish the kill. Dime with the early aggression. Victory strike coming out. Frosty playing a little bit defensive. Is going to take the headshot, but get off the second win. The torch is going to save him on the riposte, and Frosty's going to go back in. Dime actually hit the parry, and the riposte came around and almost hit the headshot on Frosty. Probably would have put him out there, but he was saved, ducking away and hiding behind the torch, was able to dodge the riposte and then turn around and get the headshot off to clean up the kill on Dime. BJ Gitter taking the very early aggression with the victory strike, not letting up whatsoever. The second wind is going to come out ever so late, and Johnny is going to fall low. Petite Gamer Girl went all in with the aggression, not playing for parry or post whatsoever, and closed the deal off early. And the match begins. Akil playing for second win and victory strike, but not playing in aggressively. Claw trying to get that early poke damage. Isn't going to get the damage to land. Hitting the parry. The riposte on the rebound is going to connect. Claw does take early damage, but is able to go in with the normal strikes and put a kill down in the end. A great fight. A wonderful parry, and hitting that riposte on the second rebound to get the damage off just wasn't quite enough with the headshot, and Claw's going to pull it together in the end. Wait a second. Are we down to the final 8? Did we just lock in the final 8? We've seen amazing swordsmanship from Sebi, Casual, and Guest today, as well as Shield Bonk up early against Woogsy. Hit a great rebound shot. All right, let's get Sebi and Casual in here. Bill starting with a taunt. That's the victory strike getting in. Generic's going to reflect that victory strike with another one, hitting the parry. Great on the distance shot, but Phil Bill was quick to get out. Looks like they're going to brawl. Both taking the early shot. Phil Bill with the headshot as well. Damage is pretty much sustained. Second win's going to bring him back out to full HP, but Phil Bill is going to get the poke damage down range on Generic. Another shot, and 1, 2, 3 cannot catch the parry. Phil Bill is going to clean up with the classic 1, 2, 3. Nexon's playing the aggressive victory strike, but not going to proc the second win. Guest does have the advantage in terms of healing, but can he sustain the DPS? The reset from Nexon hitting the ground, trying to create some distance. Let that second win cook, but Real Guest is going to get close, poke the toe, and put Nexon down in the end. Going in, getting a little bit of damage, and the repose. Longsword's in a bad spot. Frosty continuing to mount the pressure. It's not going to be enough. Longsword just didn't have the space or the time. Was able to take reduced damage on the headshot early, but by the time that second one came around, got the headshot, and he was too low to come back from that one, even with the second win. Both players going for the victory strike, and we've seen a lot of success from the early second win, but Claw's taking way too much damage. The parry, though, with 1 HP. We saw Claw on his deathbed. The Longsword was coming around with that long attack on number 3, and Claw was able to catch the parry in the end and reflect that damage. Wait a second. Are we down to the final 4? I think we are. Sebi Cyborg. One who's been putting in some outstanding swordsmanship since the very beginning, dicing and slicing all of his opponents, blazing a trail to the final 4, and Guest as well with the early upset against Ogi-san with the tech on the Dreamer shot. What an amazing first round to put such a big upset on the table. Very good players. Victory strike's going to come out, and the second win. Both players going aggressive. Roguest taking the initial headshot. A little bit of damage coming back from Phil Bill, but it's not going to be enough. Phil Bill just does not miss his headshot. Victory strike from both players. Second win from Claw. We've seen a lot of success from that. Frosty is going to take the initial damage, but reflecting a little bit more. That third shot is going to put Claw down, and Claw's not going to be able to pick up the kill on Frosty off the headshot in the end, and it looks like Frosty is going to get the 1 HP kill. It is a good thing that he popped the second win when he did. Even half a second earlier, and Claw would have won that. That is so close. GG's, well played. All right, gentlemen, this is going to be a best out of 3. So the round will begin when the Mika Vista goes off, not when I start channeling it, when it goes off. Are you both ready? Remember not to disconnect after this round. All right, best of 3. Bill's playing the intimidation game. Wants to play for the parry and repose damage, not for the early strike, but he knows Frosty's going to play aggressive on the 1, 2, 3, trying to get in. Phil Bill's playing his distance, isn't going to get the dodge on the second one. The victory strike to land on Frosty. Frosty is falling low, and even with the parry, he still isn't going to negate the damage. Frosty was able to poke him there in the end and get the kill on Phil Bill. Bill again playing the mind games. Frosty has had a lot of success with his combo 1, 2, 3, but Phil Bill's playing aggressive here, changing the tempo. No, Frosty is going to get off the first ship, but the parry is going to land, and that repose damage is too much. Have a good night, Frosty. Round 2 will go to Phil Bill. Frosty playing the victory strike, has the depth hit on the cooldown. The parry is going to land from Field Bill, but isn't going to get the riposte damage. Taking the headshot there isn't going to be enough even with the parry. Frosty is going to get the max range tap with the longsword. Field Bill is going to fall in the end. Frosty is our champion.
If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. If you want to participate in future tournaments, join the Discord and follow the Twitch. All right, boys. I'll see you next time.